Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Risey Lucas, the Mage of Light, here once again for another One Piece chapter reaction. Just a little heads up before we begin. I just want to let you know that there might be some construction going on in the background if you hear any tapping. So just letting you know that. So yeah, this is my my first reaction of the year of 2024. We start 1104. Well, the first One Piece chapter we start in 2024 is 1104. Kind of funny. So yeah. As you can see, since the last time I reacted, I didn't react to 1103 because it came out during the holidays. So I didn't react then, but that was a really great chapter. And so we're gonna pick up where everything left off with 1004. I believe at the end of 1003, it was Kuma was getting ready to punch Saint Saturn, and hopefully we'll see the results of that in this chapter. So let's not waste any more time and let's get right to this here. Let me see. I just want to check if the song going to be distracting during the stream here. I think we're going to turn. Wait, we're going to turn off one of those songs there. I think I had two songs on. Whoops. Let me just make sure everything's good there. I think I'm gonna lower the volume of those songs, because I think the beach sound effects are probably gonna be enough. Yeah, I think. All right, I think we're good. So I think we can begin now. All right. So we have here One Piece Chapter 1104, Thank You, Daddy. Aww. Oh, we see, cover request by Toshika Zoo. Sanji serves dessert to a mouse couple that just got engaged. Oh, that reminds me of, was it Shoji? What was the name of that mouse that Sanji saved for that girl on Onigashima? I like to think that after Sanji saved that little mouse, that the mouse got married. Well, that would be kind of funny if that was the case. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Sanji and his mice. Alright. Okay, we got a note from Oda here. Monsters is being animated. It's a one-shot I wrote back when I was young. I can't believe this is actually happening. Life is good. Well, good for you, Oda. Oh, here we go. A punch full of feelings. You're the buccaneer brat. You can either live as a slave or die. Nothing else can be tolerated for someone of your ilk. Mommy has passed away. She's in a better place now. I'm so happy. Komachi, sorry, but I'm at death's door. Vegapunk! What is the meaning of this? How can Kuma still be alive? I made use of our contingency plan. A few days after the Revolutionary Army took him, I triggered his self-destruct mechanism. What? Oh. Oh, right in the face. Oh, yes. So wait, they said... Oh, he triggered it a few days after the Revolutionary Army took him back. Okay, oh. Oh. Saint Saturn! Oh ho ho. That's just demolishing the buildings. Oh, that is so poetic. Saturn being crushed by these buildings of science. Oh, how poetic is that? Oh, and they're all falling on top of him. The structures of science falling on top of the warrior god of science. Wow. The town! What's going on? Did Kuma do that? just punched. Did Kuma just do that? He just punched one of the 5 elders. He attacked one of the world's greatest overseers. Go help Saint Saturn at once. He's under the rubble. For someone of his status to be struck by a slave, this is unprecedented. Hey, we can move again. Bonney-chan, are you hurt? This is our last chance. Get Bonney to the upper levels. Escaping is our only objective. What is the meaning of this? That's a good question. The truth is, I didn't install a traditional self-destruct mechanism. I couldn't bear the idea of making you into a bomb, knowing how those bastards would take full advantage of that. But I still kept my word. I just used a different kind of failsafe. And he activated it. I programmed it to shut your body down completely. Between that and the loss of your individuality, you should be nothing but a vegetable now, incapable of receiving orders. Even accounting for Bonnie's presence here, you shouldn't have been able to reach us. So how are you still moving? This seems almost beyond science. It can't be what I'm thinking, can it? The Buccaneers were said to have a special characteristic beyond their strong bodies, after all. Your people once... It's over, isn't it? Kuma. Where's Straw Hat? He disappeared right before we could apprehend him. There's no way we can call in such a failure. Thank you, Daddy, for everything. I saw your memories. Mommy seemed like an amazing woman. And I saw how you actually wrote me lots and lots of letters that made me so happy. I don't care if everyone else calls you a tyrant. 'Cause I know there's no one kinder than my dad. To me, you're the coolest person in the whole wide world. I'll never forget that. Oh, what are you doing it to me again? Oh, Denden Kushi, welcome to the stream. Ah! Saint Saturn! Ah! Vegapunk! I am still waiting for an explanation. Was this your doing? Ooh. Ooh, it ripped his arm off. I suppose it'd be fair to say that I'm ultimately responsible. But if you're a romantic, you could just easily chalk it up to the power of love. Ooh, yeah. Vegapunk, thank you for that retort. I see, as usual. To err is human. How short-sighted. You gentlemen have outlived your usefulness. Farewell. What the? His body! It's regenerating! Daddy, get out of the way! You gotta move! I'm not gonna let you! Upset Bonney-chan anymore, you dirty old spider! Yeah, we owe Kuma a huge debt too! Radical? My goodness, you certainly have grown a lot. Beam! Ooh, Frankie just shot right through him. Oh, there's Kizaru. Let's put your growth to the test. Frankie! Ugh. Vegapunk, Dad can't move. Atlas, can you carry him to our meeting point in the Labyrinth Stratum? Leave it to me.
Now that Kuma's joined us, wouldn't you agree that there are too many players on the board? I think it's about time we wrap this up. You're a sad, sad man, Kizaru. Have you no heart? I should have brought a darker pair of shades. I'm going to embarrass myself at this rate. The Buster Call Protocol has been authorized. By the authority of the world government, this island has been declared a threat to the entire world. All ships take aim! Reduce everything to ash in the name of justice! A traitor who studied the taboo secrets of the world, a survivor of a bloodline that should be extinct, and a power who awakened the power of that ancient god, this island has been completely infested. Chapter 1104 end. The forces of justice loom. Wow. Okay, that was a short chapter, but wow, that was huge. Honestly, that panel there of Kuma punching Saturn, that was so satisfying, but yeah, of course Saturn got up from that pretty quickly. And Luffy's gone missing. So whatever happened to Luffy? That's interesting. So basically from what we have here, like the whole beginning basically is kind of like a little flashback. We're showing Saturn's perspective, but also some of Kuma's perspective as well. I really like that, because it really just sets up the punch there. I really like that. But I also like, how, Vegapunk, he basically, when his self-destruct thing that he installed, it wasn't actually a bomb. I know a lot of us thought it was going to be like a bomb, but I like how it's not actually a bomb, that he just wanted to shut him down completely. So it's kind of like a compromise on Vegapunk's part. It's like, I'm going to do what they tell me to do, but it's not going to be a bomb. I kind of like that, because Vegapunk just didn't want Kuma to end that way, or the government to use him that way at the end. But that's really nice. So basically with Kuma, so what I'm getting at here is that Kuma started going rogue and he left the revolutionaries the day that Saturn probably pulled the plug on him. I think that's when Saturn was supposed to... Oh... Yeah, because if it was actually an explosive, Kuma would have blown up right in the Revolutionary Army's base at Kamabaka Kingdom. That might explain why the Gorosei or the Marines didn't try to take down why they didn't try to do anything to the revolutionaries that were at Kamabaka Kingdom, because they knew that once they rescued Kuma, Saturn could just activate the self-destruct sequence and probably kill a lot of revolutionaries. That would have been cool if that's what Saturn's thought process on this was. But yeah, but the fact that it wasn't explosive, and so basically Saturn deactivating him, it was supposed to shut his body down, but it did the opposite, basically. It was like Kuma's instincts basically took over. But what does this have to do with like a special characteristic of the Buccaneers? After all, your people once, and Oda, why did you leave us hanging on that? You left us hanging on the actual... Hold on a second. Sorry about that. But yeah, so basically, I'm wondering what this special characteristic is. Like, is this like some kind of thing where if like a Buccaneer is close to death, that their instinct takes over or something. Your people once what? What did they do? What did they do? I mean, obviously, it was something that was the ire of the world government. I mean, that much is obvious. And then Kizaru's kind of disappointing this chapter. He's still on, he's still basically on the world government's side here. But of course, he still seems to be kind of wavering a little bit because he makes this comment about his glasses. Well, where was that comment there? Where is it? Okay, let's see. It's gotta be further down here. Ah, yes. You're a sad man, Kizaru. Have you no heart? I should have brought a darker pair of shades. I'm gonna embarrass myself at this rate. Yeah, I think that's probably why Kizaru has shades. Like, when you saw him in earlier art, like, earlier time period when he still had, like, the gray cloak instead of coat instead of his yellow, like, he actually didn't have glasses at the time. I don't think he did. I think these shady glasses, like, he uses that to kind of hide his true feelings, because the eyes are the windows of the soul, and so Kizaru put shades on. I had this theory when we first started suspecting that Kizaru may be more than we realize. I had this theory that Kizaru was, like, wearing rose tinted glasses, where he basically sees the government as, like, he basically sees the government through rose tinted glasses, but in this case he says, like, darker pair of shades. Like, it's like he doesn't, either he doesn't want other people to see how he's truly feeling in this moment, or he's trying to blind himself to the truth. I'm not really sure exactly what that whole implication is, but I feel like I don't think we're done with Kizaru just yet, but it seems like the path for Kizaru is going to be probably longer than we expect. I don't know if Kizaru is going to suddenly turn at the end of Egghead, but I think if he does turn eventually, if he does turn away from the Marines, it's going to be slow and subtle. I don't think it's going to be instantaneous or right away. At least not until, like, if Luffy gets back up or something, and Luffy tries to take down Saturn or something. I don't really know. But wow. I mean, Saturn's last words here just kind of really hit home, like, just how bad this place is right now. He's like, a traitor who'd studied the taboo secrets, a survivor of the bloodline that should be extinct, and a pirate who awakened the power of that ancient god. This island has been completely infested. Wow. You could just see, I can see the anger lines on Saturn there. Like, he is ticked off. Wow. Okay, we are really getting good here. Of course, then they're issuing a buster call. Of course, it's kind of funny that they're issuing a buster call right now, since, I mean, they've got that weapon now. Unless they can't do it. Oh, now that I think about it, maybe they can't, because I was just thinking, like, why can't they use the weapon they just used on Lelucia? But then I just thought of something. I just thought of it. Because they contacted York, and they said they wanted more made. So apparently the Mother Flame is consumable. Maybe the Mother Flame is, like, consumable, and they have to make more for the weapon to work. They have to constantly resupply it. Like, it's not an everlasting thing like what Lilith said earlier about they wanted to make their own sun. Maybe the Mother Flame isn't quite to that point yet, where it's, like, perpetual energy. Maybe the Mother Flame is, like, it's like a smaller, more temporary kind of version of it. or it's consumable. I don't know. But yeah, of course they're gonna have to do a Buster Call on Egghead. This is gonna be interesting because I mean, we've seen the Straw Hats survive a Buster Call before, but I want to see. But they barely escaped the Buster Call in Ennis Lobby. But how are those Straw Hats going to deal with a Buster Call now that they are at the level they currently are? I mean, we know that Luffy's probably going to have to. Luffy's going to probably have to face Saturn or Kizaru. I don't know, because like, who's going to face there's like two main big bad guys right here. If Kizaru doesn't turn at some point in Egghead, we're gonna need someone for him to fight. I mean, Sanji might, but I don't know. I mean, people like to think that Sanji might be the one who fights Kizaru, because Zoro's currently fighting Lucci, and we don't know how that fight's going yet. But it seems like Vegapunk, Bonney, Atlas, and Kuma, they're going to be heading back up to the Labostratum. But it does seem like, or at least, yeah, it looks like some of them are going back up to the Labostratum, but Kizaru and Saturn look like they're confronting Vegapunk, and, this might be a good time, Luffy, to come back, because obviously they're going to be out for blood right now, especially Saturn. I just like how Vegapunk is just kind of confronting the both of them. I like how he talked back. I like how Vegapunk talked back to Saturn right here when he said, "I suppose it'd be fair to say that I'm ultimately responsible, but if you're a romantic, you could just easily chalk this up to the power of love." I like how we finally got the word romantic in the story again, because I've kind of been missing. I've been missing Cricket's talks about romance. Huh. But man, Saturn just regenerated a whole arm. Yeah, that is not human. And it looks like he uses that powerful swirl energy stuff that I think that was the kind of energy that we saw pinning Sanji and Frankie down before. But at least we got to see Sanji actually do something this chapter instead of being held down. Looks like the negative allegations on Sanji are going to be put off for now. At least he protected Kuma from Saturn strike again. So it's kind of nice that the Straw Hats are at least able to like push them back. I don't think they're strong enough to defeat them, but they are strong enough to basically hold their own. Kind of like the capacity of like how Rayleigh was kind of holding his own against Kizaru, but I don't know if Rayleigh was able to defeat Kizaru. I mean, I don't really want to get into power scaling right now, but yeah. But it looks like Sanji and Frankie did some pretty good hits on them, even though Saturn pretty much healed right away from Frankie's radical beam. Wow. There's a lot to look forward to. There's a lot more to look forward to for the next chapter. Man, that even if it was only extremely temporary, like that just felt so good to see Saturn beat up like that. Wow. And it's just so cool just how it looks when it's regenerating. It's just like, that is weird. Like I've seen regeneration in other anime before, but like this is kind of very unique looking. It's almost like it's all regenerating in a spiral pattern. It's really weird. But it makes like a schloop sound, which is kind of weird. Schloop. Yeah, what is his power? Well, at least that explains how he managed to tank Sabo's attack. I assume that all the other Gorosei probably have this regeneration ability because, like, Sabo basically hit all 5 Gorosei with one attack, and they survived it. So we could at least say that Saturn obviously did this during that moment. But yeah, this was a really interesting chapter. Oh, this part with Bonney, he's actually trying to talk to her father there. Oh, it's kind of sad here because it doesn't even seem like Kuma's even responding to Bonnie's words there. It's like all he knew left was to protect her, but he didn't really. But it's like he's not aware. He's not aware of her there, aside from that he had to protect her. Oh. I love how Bonnie mentioned Ginny, because she didn't never brought that up before, but I love how she mentioned that now, and that she actually addressed that Kuma actually did write her lots of letters. I don't care if anyone else calls you a tyrant, because I know there's no one kinder than my dad. To you, you're the coolest person in the whole wide world. I'll never forget that. Oh. This is gonna hit so hard in the anime. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I just noticed. Because after Kuma punched Saturn, like, Kizaru's actually saying it's over, isn't it? Like, was Kizaru actually thinking that Saturn was defeated there? I don't think that's what he was thinking. That's weird. This is kind of odd. This panel here with Kizaru is kind of odd. That's interesting. Because it's like Kuma attacks Saturn, Saturn falls under rubble, and then everybody has their little moment here. And then Kizaru does this. It's kind of like that stereotype where there's this person who's like, finally, it's all over, but then it's not actually over. I wonder if Kizaru was actually hoping that Saturn was down for good. I wonder if that he was actually hoping that. But as soon as Saturn pulls up, then Kizaru realizes he has to get back up and basically play the Marine servant. Basically play the part here. You know what? I'm starting to think that Saturn's acting here. No, not Saturn. I mean, Kizaru is acting here. Kizaru is acting. He's trying to play the bad guy here. I think he's actually helping them. He's helping the Straw Hats. He's helping Vegapunk. He's helping Bonney and Kuma. But he's playing the bad guy right now. I'm starting to think that. Because that panel back there with Kizaru thinking, is it over? It's over, isn't it? Oh, I wonder if that was he was trying to sigh of relief, like, oh, it's over, isn't it? Oh, Kizaru, I think I'm starting to get onto you there. Ooh. Like, what is keeping Kizaru from going the full mile? What's keeping him from fully committing to fighting for us? I don't get it. Like, what is holding him back? Because I think it's becoming very clear that Kizaru wants Vegapunk, Bonney, and Kuma to be safe. He wants them to be safe. He doesn't want to kill them. And he seems relieved right after Saturn was supposedly taken down. But then as soon as Saturn gets backs up, Kizaru's actually helping him. Something doesn't add up here. Something isn't adding up, and I think we're gonna find out what Kizaru is really up to here. He's playing a part here. I'm counting on it. That's my prediction for the next few chapters. Like, I think Kizaru is going to. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out that Kizaru is acting here. He is deceiving Saturn. I mean, he's deceiving everybody right now, but he's making everybody think he's on the Marine side, and I don't know how long that's gonna last. And then he makes this sarcastic remark: "I should have brought a darker pair of shades. I'm gonna embarrass myself at this rate." This means he's trying to hide his true feelings. He is going, I think, he's trying to help them without looking like he's helping them. Ooh. And I have to wait another week. Well, I don't think there's really much else to talk about with this chapter, but yeah, this is really good. All right. So later tonight, I'm going to be streaming. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. I'm going to be doing Team Fortress 2. It's basically kind of like a test stream to see like how things work on Twitch. I have never streamed on Twitch before, but I thought I'd get started on it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and whether you're watching the stream or watching the VOD, thank you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Till next time, this is Risey Lucas signing out.